This comes to you from James Comer, House Oversight Committee Chairman of DOJ obstructing justice with informer jail date demand. What they're talking about is, and you've probably already heard this, that the DOJ wants Devon put in prison now before he testifies in front of the Judiciary Committee on the Biden crime family syndicate and what they've done. So if that is an obstruction of justice, it seems like every time they put somebody that has anything to do with information on the government in jail, people don't make it out of jail. They get killeried. And this is just another way of them to censor Archer, to hide the Biden crime family syndicate's criminal life. And why would you do that? We also have from Just the News, energy industry fears Biden to declare climate emergencies powers like COVID pandemic. The U.S. Oil and Gas Association president warns such a move would be a COVID 2.0. And I'll tell you and explain to all of this when we get into it. But that's what I have for you today, so don't waste no time. Let's get moving. Now, this is right out of Comer's mouth. DOJ obstructing justice with informer jail date demand. The House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer Sunday accused federal prosecutors of obstructing justice after federal officials in Manhattan Saturday filed a letter requesting a date for former Hunter Biden partner Devon Archer to start a prison sentence just 2 days before his testimony on business activities of his ex-partner and his father, Joe Biden, the fake president. So this is what happened when the DOJ, with this DOJ, the Biden DOJ. They try to shut everybody up. They've already done this to a whistleblower that they brought charges up against to shut him up. Well, it's not working yet. And according to Devon Archer, it's not going to work with him either. He's going to do what he has to do. And I don't blame him. He's going to go to jail, and Hunter Biden's going to skate free just because he's a fake president's son. And all these liberals out there keep saying there's no evidence that Joe Biden did anything wrong. They've got video of him meeting with all these foreign people from Burisma, from China, from everywhere, having meetings in the White House. They have White House logs. They've got White House camera videos of all these people in the White House they're having meetings with. They also have him flying on Air Force Two with Hunter to China and to Ukraine, and they said who they were meeting when they were getting there. So, well, don't forget the bank logs, the IRS papers, all that. They've got everything that proves they were receiving money from China, Romania, Ukraine, Russia, you name it. They've been taking it. They are so compromised, it's unbelievable. And this needs to stop. And for all you liberals out there, pay attention, watch the hearings, and you get first-hand proof of how corrupt and compromised the Biden family is. Get your head out your asses and you will see it for the truth. You can't handle the truth, the fact that people put it in your face, keep saying, oh, you're racist or you're whatever. You know, I'm sick of hearing it. That's all you hear anymore. You sheep, go back to your basement with your crayons and Joe Biden and stay there, because that's all you're worth. Now, we're going to get into this energy crisis deal. Now, you remember during COVID, and when you declare an emergency, the president has unfettered access to anything, money, everything. It's like almost like he can do whatever he wants with no oversight. And that's what the energy companies are worried about. Energy industries fear Biden declared climate emergency, sees powers like COVID pandemic. That's what I'm getting into. Fake President Joe Biden appears to be facing increasing demands to declare a climate emergency, like the one declared for the COVID-19 pandemic that had a devastating impact on the country, warns a top advocate for the U.S. oil and gas industry. They are leaning to that direction. U.S. Oil and Gas Association President Tim Stewart recently told Just the News, if you grant the president's emergency powers to declare a climate emergency, it's just like COVID. Stewart also said such a declaration would give the president vast and unchecked authority to shut down everything from communications, infrastructure. He said infrastructure would include water, electric, and that Biden also could freeze assets under such a declaration. The White House COVID emergency that was declared by President Trump in 2020 resulted in the closure of the U.S. border, required a vaccination for federal government employees. In the following months, years, and many businesses are shuttered. The country plunged into a record unemployment and inflation. Now, this would be a typical Democrat move because they could do what they wanted to. They could spend the money that they wanted to. They could do whatever they wanted to, and that would be taking complete control of everything. And this is why they're pushing for that. But the energy companies don't want to do it because then they're going to control them. And then you have an electric bill that's high now, or water bill's not too bad, but electric is out through the roof. Where I live, we don't have natural gas. That's not a problem for me, but it probably will be for you guys if the Democrats get their way and get this climate emergency bullshit. This is just another way to launder money into their pocket and control the sheep even more than what they are now. So this is something that we've got to watch and we've got to take care of quickly and hope this doesn't come to pass, because there's a non-profit Center for Biological Diversity issued a non-exhaustive legal guide saying the Biden, under any emergency declaration, could end crude oil exports and all offshore oil and gas leasing, restrict U.S. fossil fuels exports and hundreds of billions of dollars in overseas fossil investment, and dramatically accelerate a transition to clean energy. This could ruin our country even more than what he's already doing. So this is something that can't happen. The elections are so important to get these people out of there, because there's no end to this. There's no end of them, the corruption. It's all about power and greed. And this is something that we need to end as soon as possible. A start by imprisoning Joe Biden and his whole entire crime family and anyone involved in the cover-up, even Merrick Garland, DOJ, even Mayorkas, HHS, Department of Homeland Security. Anybody in the FBI's upper management's got to go. They've all been corrupt. They're all doing the hide and Biden deal, and it's got to stop. So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to keep an eye on this and anything else that I can get up here, because every day is a new adventure with this Biden administration. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Don't forget to follow me on Rumble at ChazU, CHASU. And if you don't go to Rumble, go to YouTube. I'll post my videos on there. I'll link a link down here somewhere, and go to there. Don't forget to subscribe, share my videos, get them out there. We need people to start waking up. This is an emergency and of all sorts, I guess, that needs to be handled during Election Day, and it's got to be happening now. So until then, this has been a Talking Point with the Country Conservative. I'm Charlie, and I'll see you next time.